Hi class. This week I'm trying a different way to record my voice. I'm using my phone in my office. And we're going to be discussing this week the dichotomy of comfort. And the true message to this chapter is when you're comfortable, you're not growing. Think about it. When you're not pushed, you don't develop. No offense. If you're comfortable at your current or how you're performing currently, you're not going to do anything to get better. You're not going to grow as a person. In this program, we try to make you uncomfortable from time to time so that you grow. So very first thing we want to talk about is a leader has to deal with conflict. Conflict is nothing more than disagreement, where two sides don't agree. And if you can't deal with conflict, you can't be a leader. I'm going to be straightforward with you. If you're honestly looking for an excuse, every time somebody says, I have a problem, or come out here, so-and-so is the biggest pain, and you know what? You need to help me deal with it. If you're not willing to do that, you can't be the leader. Okay? We have to deal with confrontation. That is when two sides who are disagreeing actually meet up. And we have to learn from the beginning that we can't start with a compromise. If automatically I come out of my office and say, well, this is what I'd like you to do, or if I'm the one with one of the sides, and I'm willing to compromise right away, I'm going to have to give up more ground. Come out, state what's going on, have the discussion. Confrontations do not have to be the moment where people are stomping their feet, crying and complaining, and acting like small children. If someone's shouting and not willing to discuss the matter with you, walk away. Okay? There is no good reason for two fire officers or two members of any department to have a discussion in that way. I can remember one time where me and my supervisor were having a discussion, and he said, it's over with. This is the effing way we're going to do it. And if you don't like it, you're going to be off my truck. I lost a little respect for him for a while. But y'all already know about the law of solid ground because you've talked about it in Maxwell. What you need to do is never have two officers going at each other, because then all of a sudden both of you look like children and you lose some of your credibility. Have the discussion. Sit down. Okay? There's nothing wrong with it. You know, confrontation is how we deal with our problems, because we're seeking, guess what? Resolution. Resolution is when we finally come up with the answer to our conflict. And all of a sudden, everybody's like, oh my God, that's the answer. We're done. No, some people are going to get their toes stubbed a little bit with the resolution. Both sides are a little bit, honestly. But once the resolution is done, in a few weeks, go back and look at it. Do an evaluation. Did I do the right thing? A good officer should always be reviewing their actions, okay? And I'm going to give you a big hint. If you're going to be a leader, once the conflict is over, understand it was a disagreement between two ideas and not two people. When you make it personal, you'll never grow, and you'll lose the respect of your crew. It's against two ideas, not a person. When you label a person by their ideas or their actions, you've discounted them and you've discounted yourself. Don't do that. The more people see you deal with conflict and see how you handle it by being directly into a confrontation, not screaming, not shouting, but by being the constant force that you should be, people are going to respect you. And it's going to help you grow in, guess what? Confidence. I've been here before. We've had the same problem before. This is similar to a problem I've had in the past. You know what? There's another thing this book doesn't discuss. If it's a big issue, take a few minutes, go out of the room, take a deep breath. It's okay. De-escalate. Sometimes if it's a bad problem, I pick up the phone and call one of my mentors. I'm like, hey, here's what's going on. When you had to deal with this, how did it turn out? What recommendations would you give me? And it's okay. The leader doesn't have to have all the answers, and we've discussed that already. Okay? If we're looking at this, when do I get involved as a leader? The book has a couple of good little ideas. I automatically step in if I know someone's going to get hurt by the actions that are in front of me. If they're doing something dangerous, if they're doing something that's going to end up in the newspaper, you know, or I'm going to watch it on TV the next day, I need to get involved right away. I don't want my personnel getting hurt. Okay? Will anything get broken? Okay. The way that this issue is going right now, we've got a piece of equipment. They're acting like dummies. It's going to get broke. or if we're not careful the way we're doing something, it's going to get torn up. We need to step in. Okay? That's why I'm just going, hey, listen, the fire department has X amount of resources, and if I have to spend that money to fix what you've broken, that's money I can't give somewhere else. Other ones, are any rules being broken? By you doing horseplay in front of me, if I don't stop it, and we have a policy against it, then I'm in trouble. I have to intervene. As an officer, it's my responsibility. If I see someone, no offense, doing something stupid, hey, don't do that. It's like at a fire call. In front of the house, I had somebody one time pee on a bush. I was like, hey, don't do that right here. That's not a good idea. Was it the end of the world? No. But were the reporters there? Yes. Okay. Now, other thing I'd like to look at is, will my unit's operational staff be impaired? If something's going to happen, it's going to affect us being able to respond to a call. Yes. Stop it. That's when you have to intervene. Okay. Now, it's pretty dry cut when you're dealing with your own people. If you're a officer on a unit, whatever you want to be, engine, ladder, tanker, whatever you are, God bless you, rescue if you went down that pipeline. It's easy to deal with your own people. They know who you are. They know what's expected of. Well, what happens when we're out with multiple units and I see somebody that's breaking a rule or breaking a policy or could get hurt? Do I just say, well, that other officer will take care of it? Hear no evil, see no evil. What's that other one that they do? Doesn't matter. If I see it, I've got to act on it. If somebody comes and tells me, hey, this is happening right now, I have to act on it. There's no question. Okay? The way I deal with it is stop the situation. It's a professional courtesy. I would hope that somebody else, if they saw my truck or whatever I'm at that point, if I was an officer of, they saw some of my people causing an issue, they would stop it. Okay? That's not the moment for me to go in and say, well, the reason this is happening is because your officer is just pathetic. Okay? He's the fire chief's half cousin, brother, sister. So he's totally useless, but he's family. No, it's a professional courtesy to stop them. It's a professional courtesy to them, first of all, to protect their career and to protect their safety. It's also a courtesy you're going to provide to your fellow officer, okay? There is no such thing as your book says, an invisible shield that says, they don't work for me, it's not my problem. No matter if it's with another city. If you're responding with a small city, with another city, and you're saying, hey, don't do that, it's okay. Your responsibility is to the safety of everyone there, okay? Now, I have here a little discussion about expectations, okay? Don't surprise your subordinates. Be straightforward with them. At the scene of an emergency is not the moment to let them know that you have a new philosophy in anything. Keep it consistent, okay? And there is an unusual situation here because, no offense, these people that we're dealing with are, our brothers and sisters. Realistically, we live in the same firehouse, okay? We eat the same kitchen table. We discuss the same family issues. Are you their friend? Or are you their boss? The reality is you're both, but you have to separate yourself just a little bit for you to be an effective leader. If you're always at the kitchen table talking to everybody, you're not doing your job, okay? There are times you need to separate just so that there is separation between you, okay? That's critical for you. You're not one of the gang anymore. And if somebody mistakes you for just a regular member of your engine company, you might have failed somehow. You need to be a step up so that you can help motivate them to where you're at. That's just some of the takeaways from this week's discussion. If you have any questions, like always, email me. Don't hesitate to do that. Call my office. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon.